Greetings, welcome back to my show. Today we'll be talking about the 1989 release by Toya Jackson, Bad Girl. Now, any person who's had an inkling of curiosity about Toya Jackson may have heard about this album, as it's the most readily available. You can pretty much get it anywhere. It's on stream, it's on CDs, you can buy it at the store, you can buy it very cheap on Amazon and eBay. There's nothing really rare about the album itself. Although it never got an official mainstream release. It's kind of like syndication almost, like kind of for like the discounted $5 bin. It really never got its due. I have a copy here on vinyl, which is pretty rare. I don't know a lot of fans who actually own this. In fact, I didn't even know the cover was officially this for a while. So it's been re-released a lot of times to cash in on the Jackson name. Mostly it's called Bad Girl, but also it can be called He's My Brother, or You Can Count on Me, Sexual Feeling. So there's a lot of versions of it. They're all the same songs. They don't remix them or anything. They just literally keep releasing it over and over. There is a song that was recorded afterwards called Why Don't You Want My Love, which is on some versions of the album and on stream, I believe. Yes, it's on stream. And it's a really good song that kind of fits the concept of the album. It's a really good song. Actually, I think it's one of her best songs. And it's called Why Don't You Want My Love. It's on some versions of this album, but not a lot. It wasn't meant for the album. It was tacked on later for a re-release. But definitely check that out first. I gotta say that first. But yeah, Toya Jackson at the time had just posed for Playboy after years of being like the conservative daughter, like Joe and Katherine Jackson, just very conservative. Like growing up, she was Jehovah's Witness, and she posed for Playboy in the late 80s. And she said she did it kind of to show that she was in control of her life, that her mother was no longer doing that. Later on in her book, she mentioned how it was forced upon her. Playboy was forced on her by Jack Gordon, her abusive husband and manager, and he had forced her to pose for Playboy twice, and later to star in these really cheesy Playboy videos that they're not quite porn, but they're not a movie. So she was riding high on that success of the Playboy. It was actually one of the highest selling of all time, and that's when she didn't really have a record deal, so they signed her with a German label called Sherman Records and recorded an album, released it, but in America, for I guess whatever reason, it just never got a proper distribution to the US. It's released, but there was no singles, there was no promotion, there was nothing. It was literally just in stores, like at a discounted price. So there was a lot of like sketchy things going on with the release of the album. And although you might think that reflects on the content and on the quality, it does not. It's actually quite a good album. And definitely something I feel like could have been a hit in 89 because of its sound and production values, and her vocals are pretty good. I think she's just been poorly marketed, always as like the less talented Jackson, but she's not. I mean, we have a lot of other Jacksons who just didn't achieve any success at all on their own. And, besides Michael and Janet, Reby had a top 10 hit, and Jermaine, he had some good stuff, good career. But Toya's always kind of been the joke of the family in terms of like just society, and I feel like that's very undeserving. She certainly has done a lot of things that I can see why people don't take her seriously too much. But again, like I said in my last video about her, I think she's something she should check out. I first found out about Toya Jackson, like I think like for real, was what their True Hollywood Story on E! Network. And it was always on TV, it was this story about her, I remember the one thing they said about this album was that it was hard rock. So it's like Toya decided to go in a hard rock direction, and they show this cover, and they show like clips of her singing live, like on a motorcycle. Yeah, this album is not hard rock at all. Oh my god, it is not hard rock at all. I thought that was so funny once I finally listened to the record. There's nothing remotely hard rock about it. Nothing. The only thing I could ever assume you might assume is hard rock is another album, Toya. It has a song, Turn on the Radio, and it has some rock guitars in the intro, but it's an R&B pop song. This has nothing resembling hard rock or even like soft rock. Like it's a real stretch to even put this in soft rock. Although I guess in the late '80s they might have, but it's certainly not hard rock. Another thing about that is they talked about her best friend was this psychic, this big blonde woman with very short hair and heavy eye makeup, and it said best friend. And I'm like, now I'm a fan. I've been a fan, so I'm like, I have never seen this woman with Latoya. I've never seen a photo of them together. Latoya's never mentioned her. Nothing. And Latoya's had a lot of success ever since then, and she's had a reality show. And it's like, where is this woman? Her name is Barbs, and she's a psychic, and she has like a column. I'm not quite sure if it still exists. So that's probably how she met Latoya. Maybe like met. I don't think that they're like, best friends or anything. But anyways, I thought that was weird. So I became a Latoya fan, and I started looking her up like right away, and I found this like pretty much right away. It's the first album of hers that I owned, and one of my favorites by her. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely one of my favorites. And I mean, I don't think it's as strong as No Relations, only because it's a very strong, like, it's a great songs, but you really have to be in the mood for, like, I don't know, we'll go into it, but it's a great album. But it never got its fair chance. It is on stream, you can download it and everything. You can go buy physical copies. It's just, they had no promotion for it. They had no, they did have singles, like, in Europe. The Sexual Feeling was the first main single, and then they also released You and Me, which used this same cover. And by the way, the cover, okay, this was from the photo shoot of her You're Gonna Get Rocked album, the Latoya album. Same photo shoot, exactly. It's just the pose is different. I actually like this cover a little bit better than Latoya, even though that one has like a cool purple motif. This one just seems a little bit cooler. I don't know, her pose and everything. So not only is this from the same photo shoot as the last album, they used this for the You and Me cover when they released it as a single. And then when they released the song Bad Girl, the actual song Bad Girl, as a single, this was also the cover. Although they just literally repeated this for the single, but for the You and Me, it's like a cut off version of this picture with like, different font. Obviously it's not called You and Me. Yeah, they kept using this photo over and over, and okay, so they just really love this photo. It was used. So you can see right here. This is the Latoya album cover, and they're very like. If you look similar, like they have the same outfit. They're different poses. And there's similar poses. Also, like the where Latoya is, the construction of the photo, like where she is, and. I don't know. I thought it was funny. So anyways, so today we're going to talk a little bit about the album. This album, like I said, would have been popular, I think, a little bit, especially with the Playboy thing and how famous she would become by the late 80s and really holding her own in terms of just being famous. And she wasn't quite controversial yet. She wasn't speaking out against Michael forcibly at the time. So it was a good time in her career, although, this was like the beginning era of her and her husband, Jack, their marriage. So I would just wonder what she was, going through, like, during this era. She does have a lot of songwriting credits on the album, actually. It's pretty cool. She did have a good creative hand in writing some of the songs. And the direction itself is just very typical late 80s pop. You have pop ballads, you have R&B, you have a little bit of New Jack Swing and some house, like some Itali house. Really good stuff. So definitely excited about talking about this album. It's a great album. The first song is called Sexual Feeling. That is Latoya wrote that one along with some other collaborators. It's a pretty good song. It's kind of like Love to Love You Baby, because Latoya basically is like moaning and making sexually suggestive noises the whole time. So it's a great song. It has a great piano beat in the back. Very housey, very dancey. Definitely one of my favorite songs by her. Very sexual, very sensual, very lustful. Latoya does a good job at selling this whole thing. She really... And then in the middle of it, she's like, Mi piace, which is Italian for I like it. So I found that really funny. It's just a weird song. It's just her moaning, and there is a good chorus like, won't you come inside? That's pretty good. That's pretty catchy. And then just a lot of her moaning and saying "now push it." Yeah, it's a great song. The version on this vinyl is actually shortened because of vinyl can only hold so many songs. It's shortened than the album version, and they also added a rap. Latoya is rapping on it. I believe it's called the Rhapsody vocal version. You can find it on stream actually, or there's this version which you can find on the Bad Girl album on stream. So the full album is on stream, by the way. Very easy to get. Next song is "You and Me," which is a pop ballad. It's very much about how much I love you and how much we mean to each other, and like you and me. And she does dive deep into that. It's a very beautiful song. It's very Celine, very Mariah. Just, I think Latoya could have been the next Mariah or the next Celine. I don't know. Like, her pop outs are so good, and I think that, she's underrated for her voice because I don't know, she's portrayed as the untalented one, but I really don't think she's untalented at all. I'm not saying she's more talented than Michael, but I certainly don't think she's untalented vocally. The next song is "He's My Brother." He's my brother, okay? Subtle. This song is obviously about Michael Jackson or Jermaine or Tito. I think it's actually about Tito. It's just about how, well, no, it has to be about Michael. How he's eccentric and different, but he makes magic, and he's always there for her. It's a love song. It's a tribute to Michael Jackson and the kind of brother he's been through the years for her. And it's just a beautiful song. It's catchy. It's very pop. It's not as hard hitting as the rest of the album in terms of like the dancier songs. It's one where they're like laid back. It's a little dated in the production. It's a little dated slightly, but it's a good song. It's not my favorite, but it would have been cool if, I don't know, she could have sang like a ballad version at like his funeral or some kind of tribute, because it's a good song, and it's heartfelt. Like it's not taking digs at him. It's not it's not being disrespectful to him in any way. It's really supporting him despite the public's like general opinion of like his eccentricities. Next song is "Restless Heart." This one sounds like a Paula Abdul song. It sounds like "Forever Your Girl." It's catchy. It's like it's really catchy. It sounds very much like "Forever Your Girl." Like somebody was very much influenced by her, by Paula Abdul. When I say "Forever Your Girl," I mean the song, not the whole album. But yeah, it's a great song. Good, fun, dancey, like light R&B dance song. The next song is "Be My Playboy," which I think it's great that she has a song called Playboy. It's just called Playboy, and then "Be My" is in parentheses. Yeah, it's a song, just a cute little love song. It's really good. It's a New Jack Swing, a harder hitting type song. Really good. It has a good melody. It was actually used on No Relations as well. So there's this version, which I think is a little better at times, but also the new version has a guitar on No Relations. But this one is a little bit more sweet sounding and beautiful. So I don't know, check it out. It's a really good song. I think if you even like 80s music, you'll like it. I think Playboy may be one of her strongest songs for the non-believers. Like if you don't really think Latoya is good, just based on what you've heard, I think if you gave that song in particular a chance, you'd be like, okay, not bad. Like I like her. Okay. Check her out. Next song is "You Can Count on Me." This is a good song. It's a little more forgettable than the rest of the album. It's just simple pop music. Nothing too dancey about it or soulful. It's a good song. It's a great addition to the album. It's just about basically saying someone can count on her. So, and it's a little more forgettable. It's a little more forgettable than the rest. It's just simple light R&B pop. Yeah, good song. The next song, which starts off with side 2, is "Somewhere," which is another big ballad a la Whitney, a la Mariah, Barbara Streisand. It's a very beautiful pop ballad. It's just a song of devotion and like that hope and desire to be with that somebody. So I think it's one of the stronger ballads. There's like 3 major ballads. It's probably the third. It's not as good as "You and Me," And there's another song that's about it coming up, and that, yeah. Um, yeah, it's a good song. I like it. Next song is Bad Girl. This song sounds a lot like Ain't Nobody Loves You Like I Do, which was the song on her Toya album. It was a single. And this Bad Girl song has a very similar melody. It's like, bad girl, shame on you. Wait, no, sorry. Bad girl, what you gonna do? And then, ain't nobody loves you like I do. Well, that's not too similar. Yeah, so it's a good song. It's a weaker R&B dance song. Like, it's not the best. I don't see how it was a single. This album is full of great songs, and I don't think that should have been a single. But Somewhere's a good song. I'm sorry, Bad Girl is a good song. It's just, it's a little simple. I think that one and He's My Brother, they're a little dated. Just, they're not very strongly produced. I would have nicked it a little bit, but I think it's a great song. The next song is Be My Lover, which has it's a beautiful pop ballad. It's the best ballad on the album. And I think one of her best ballads. It's kind of Indian tinged and just really beautiful and exotic sounding. It's not because it's Indian, just because the overall aura of it is very exotic for her and very different, very airy and spacey. But it having the Indian twang is a separate thing. It's just one of her most beautiful ballads. She did perform it live with who is it? Edgar Winters. And on the stage she goes, Edgar Winters! Like, really briefly. And RuPaul took that for the whole Ivy Winters, Ivy Winters. But if you watch it, when she performs with Edgar Winter, it's not as extreme. She's not, it's not weird. She's not being annoying. She just announces him. But she might go, Edgar, or something, but barely. Edgar, like, I don't know. Good song. Edgar's actually not on this version. He was only on the live version with her. But Be My Lover is a great song. One of her most beautiful ballads. Yeah, I really has like an R&B, smooth, airy breeze, and yeah, just one of her best songs. The next song is another amazing track. Is He's So Good to Me. I think this is one of the strongest songs on the album. Just a smooth R&B, breezy, easy kind of sound, very euphoric and just brilliantly written. Just I don't know, it's just so beautiful. I love it so much. It was a song that I kind of slept on for a long time too. I just didn't listen to it, but yeah, it's definitely one of her strongest songs. Yeah, definitely. I would check that out along with the rest. But yeah, if you're a fan of like 80s R&B, just like Vanessa Williams or Anita Baker or whoever, Janet Jackson, Aretha, just check it out. It's a great song. I'm gonna compare Toya Jackson to Aretha Franklin. Yes. Next song is Do the Salsa. Now this is one of the most hardcore songs on the album. It's authentic salsa, so if you're looking to become a salsa aficionado, please start with Do the Salsa. I'm kidding. Do the Salsa sounds like a Paula Abdul song. This one sounds like a little bit more like what does it sound like? Promise of a New Day, maybe? I don't know. That was later. Yeah, and it has a synth horns, and it's a really great song. It's about doing the salsa. Actually, the song is kind of weird. The lyrics are about like a relationship. Like, just lie and tell me that you love me, baby. Give me one more chance. and then the song is, and then the chorus, everybody do the salsa. I actually love this song. It's an amazing song. It's great. Yeah, it's a little salsa tinge. I mean, it's stereotypical Latin music, basically. Like, but I mean, it's well done. I mean, it's catchy, it's good, and it's fun. It's a fun song. I really like it. It's a very strong song. I kind of think it should have been a single, just like for the novelty aspect. Because it's like she's talking about this, kind of like just lie and tell me that you love me, baby, give us some more chance. Like, damn, that's a sad line. That is a seriously deep line. And then the chorus is do the salsa. Like, Everybody do the salsa. Like, okay. Latoya actually co-wrote the song. She also co-wrote "Be My Lover," which is, like I said, wow. Do the salsa. I would say is one of her best songs. Like top six, top seven. I don't know. It's so fun. It's great. Lots of energy, lots of positive energy, and it's a catchy song. Like it's well written, and it's weird. It's a weird song. Last song is Piano Man. Now, just so you know, Piano Man and Do This Also are not on all versions of the album. So just be careful when you're checking that out if you're buying the CD, because I'm sure so many of you will. The vinyls, I believe, there's two versions. This one, and there's a yellow cover as well. And that one also, I believe, has it. This one for sure does. So you can see here, has all the songs. If you're gonna buy this, be careful on eBay because the single cover is exactly the same. The single, like the song Bad Girl, the cover is identical. So you have to kind of look up Latoya Jackson Bad Girl LP vinyl, so that way it'll be the full album, and then make sure they have a photo of the back. So please verify. So we're gonna talk about the last song. I did not forget about the last song. I know everybody really wants to know my opinion on the last song. It's called Piano Man. I think it's kind of I think it's the worst song on the album. Yeah. It's the worst. And it's I think they should have just stuck with 11 songs and ended with Do the Salsa. I don't think you hear that every day. Piano Man is just, it's like a tribute to Piano Man. I mean, seriously, like she talks about songs that may or may not require the use of a piano. I think it's a cover, to be honest. I'm not sure. Maybe like, I don't know. I heard it's a cover. It's a conspiracy theory that the song is a cover. Because she didn't write it. Yeah. Yeah, not a great way to end the album. I think they should have ended with Do the Salsa or Be My Lover. That would have been a really strong outro. Either one. But Piano Man, I think, is rather weak sauce. So anyways, let's take a look at the album again. Like I said, please make sure that you get a photo of the album's back cover before you buy it. This is the vinyl itself. It's a little dirty. The label. Yeah. So, just go check it out. You can find this on stream. You can find it on eBay, the whole album. And let me know what you think of it. Latoya fans, please let me know your favorite songs on the album and least favorite. And if you decided to check it out, let me know what you thought. Because that'd be great. Nobody's done that yet. Nobody's said, hey, I checked out the album. And then based on that, based on your review, I checked it out and I liked it or I didn't like it. Actually, no, I think one person did. The Ross album. So, thank you. But yeah, check it out and like if you like the video and subscribe if you really love the video. Definitely going to do some more Latoya, and if you can put in the comments as well which Latoya album you'd like to see done next. I think we already have a vote for the Nashville album, From Nashville to You. But I'd love to do Heart Don't Lie, Imagination, her debut, and My Social Love. Starting Over is a great album, but it's not on vinyl. It's not even on CD. I'm sorry. There's like promotional CDs, but like only like 3 people own them. And then Nashville and Stop in the Name of Love, they are not on vinyl either. But I do want to. I can always review something without the vinyl in my hand. So let me know what you think and what Latoya album you would like to see next. Thanks so much, and have a great day.